Well, I'm bringing up my glasses just in case my mascara starts running. And my Kleenex. My mother. Mom, and I know that my mother is right here with me, so I would like to speak directly to her. Mom, I am so happy you are no longer in pain. I watched you for years, taking on your own personal suffering in the same manner as Christ. You, just as Christ, were an example of what he taught. In more ways than one, you are my example. You made sure little fussing ever went on in our home. In fact, I only recall one incident of you and Dad fussing. Uh-oh, Dad. And it was over a $1 can of hairspray. My mother spent $1 instead of 64 cents. I will always remember you telling me to straighten up. Well, actually, all of us. Straighten up, act right, and put a smile on our face. Well, I'm not sure we all got the straighten up and act right part, but we sure know how to smile. The only slang word I recall that I ever heard my mother say when she was upset was, "So help me, Hannah." I'm still not sure what it means, but she always said it. Renee and I arrived at your bedside a little after 2 a.m. on Friday the 18th. Renee was not feeling well and chose to sleep at a hotel so that she would not infect you just in case she had a virus. Everyone left about 2 or 3 that morning to get some rest. I tried many times that night to get some rest, but you wouldn't let me sleep. Every time I tried, I would hear you whisper in a weak, stuttering voice, "Ronnie, my precious little girl." And I will hear those words for the rest of my life. We actually went through the earthquake together that happened at 5:30 that morning. I was standing up with my mother, leaning over, talking to her. "Mom, those were such special personal hours. I'm sure you set aside just for me." This is coming out. That Saturday, in the early morning hours, you shared with me and little Sherry that you saw Jesus. You also said you saw your mother, your father, your sister Patty, Aunt Ginger, and Mikey Boyer. We knew you were in great hands. We all celebrated your life with you on Saturday. Your favorite hymns were sung to you at your bedside, and you were so responsive, allowing us to know that you heard and knew. I sang Harper Valley PTA, and those watching said you smiled. That day, you wouldn't stop giving pooch-outs, better known as kisses, to my daddy. I told you that you were going to heaven ahead of us and that we would be joining you someday. I asked you to get our home ready. And I also had another request. I said, "Mom, we don't want a small mansion on Hilltop." I said, "We want a big one." And she audibly said, "Yeah." And this was when she was no longer speaking. You were the most wonderful, wonderful mother anyone could ever ask for, and I'm sure you did your very, very best to keep Rob in line. I want to say thanks for the times that you've given me. The memories are all in our hearts. And now that we've come to this part of our journey, there's something I must say to you. You're once, twice, 3 times a lady. And I love you. Your transition was so gentle and beautiful. You even made sure those difficult moments would be amazing. There is no reason for me to say goodbye. Although we will be together in the afterlife, you know I won't wait until then to see you. I feel your heart and know you are forever with me, and I love you. And happy birthday, Mom. I didn't like Renee and Randy's.